Well, that was certainly an experience, wasn't it? And I guess it turns out that another voice in Senua's head is PS4 trophy notifications. Did I say that before? I wanted to say that before, but I can't remember if I actually did or not. I'm actually tempted to turn those notifications off, but I don't know, it's kind of fitting having that extra little bit of interruption now and again. It's funny having that act as an actual voice in her head.
Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. His tales of hell were true. Then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him. Until she too could see what he saw.
You know, it's kind of funny, going through all that with the puzzle solving and the lore having and the fire burning, that was especially fun. It was such a long and arduous journey to actually get to the fire god, and yet heading back to the beginning is considerably swifter and briefer. After all I have to do is directly run back. And that, makes for an interesting comparison.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Have I actually died 3 times before? Oh! If that was actually a dynamic bit of dialogue, that's pretty cool. Okay, we have an upgraded boy. Boy with a hood and a mace. He's not as easily stunned as the other foes, so I guess I need to dodge his blows until he stops attacking and then go in for the damage. Yep, 2-hit light combo, easy enough to dodge. Still not sure of the exact function of this kick. It seems to do an auto stagger if it hits. I guess that's the function. You don't do as much damage as with the sword strikes, but it has more staggering power. Okay. Both types of boys. Let's take down the presumably weaker one first. Oh, you know, when he's guarding like that, that's probably when I should do my kick. Ooh, took down him just in the nick of time. I wonder if I have the enemy completely unawares and basically just free to be my test dummy for attacks, if it's better to do light combos or heavy combos. Presumably heavier is more efficient for killing, but maybe the speed that light has will make it better. The combat is pretty simple, but it's questions like these that do make things interesting, even if the enemies themselves are quite simple. Okay, I lost track of which one I was doing the most damage to. I think it's the one that's currently in the middle. They don't take much, if anything, in the way of visual damage, so it's kinda hard to tell if I lose track. Hopefully I'll manage to kill one soon enough. Actually, you know what? My wounds do show up on them, don't they? So there is a bit of visual indication that you've damaged them. It's just not immediately apparent per se. I wonder, when they glow red like that, can I focus on them and will that do something? Oh, he's like, come at me, bro. I've not tried that before, and that might actually be a thing. I'm not gonna try it until there's only one left, because using the focus would just leave me a sitting duck for the rest of these boys. Yep. Thank you, voices in my head. Oh. Yeah, I knew that third one was back there, waiting to ambush me. Oh, come on, you interrupted my finisher. What a jerk. These guys are right pricks. Actually, they're not just pricks, but it seems that even if I get them to critical health, unless I have the time to do the finisher, I can't actually kill them. That makes finishing them off when they're in a group like this all the more difficult, actually. Okay, one's dead, good. And that one looks like he's on his last legs as well. Alright, one left. I'm just gonna kill him, I'm not gonna test out that focusing thing. Oh, of course I have more. At least he's the only one here. What? Okay, camera, that was not helpful. For a second there I thought I died or something. Yeah, I'm gonna need to guard break him before I actually do any sort of attacks. Fortunately, that seems easy enough. Back off. I'm low enough on health that I'm being very cautious here. That's what I get for spamming attacks. I do have to do the proper ones at the proper times. Otherwise, I'm gonna be the one being punished. Okay, whew.
She can't get through. Why not? She can't. Why? She's only done one test. Just one. She's only passed one test. What's the other test?
Yep, I do have to beat Val Raven first, or whatever his name was. I just wanted to get a close look at this door. Alright, that's a close look, so yeah. Let's move on to the next god.
She has to challenge Valravan.
There must be another test.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Valravan, huh? He's a master of ravens. Isn't that cutting in on Odin's territory a little bit? After all, ravens are heavily associated with Odin. Maybe Odin's just being a kind old fellow and letting one of the lesser gods use one of his symbols.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being
Can I just ask, why is that lore node all over the place? Is it because I've never let it properly finish, or what?
fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Oh, that might not have actually been the same. I think there are just a whole bunch of lore nodes that start with that line about Ymir the ice giant. But then they have new things to say after that. Well, there was a direct mention of Odin there, so it can't be that Odin and Valravn are one and the same. I guess they both just have ravens as part of their domain. That sort of crossover isn't uncommon in pantheistic theologies.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
Interesting, so I'm gonna have to deal with visual trickery here to make it to Valravn. So don't trust my eyes, find another way to see the truth. Well, my first guess is to just go straight on through the gate. Nope, okay. I was thinking perhaps if I did that, if I just pressed myself up against it for long enough, that it would just turn out to be illusory, but that's clearly not the case. Hey, voices in my head. You have any advice? No, they are being rather mum at the moment. Of course, they will not give up a chance to call me an idiot. Alright, we have some sort of gateway here. Skulls on it. It's clearly of some ceremonial use. Something's different. Can't she see it? Why can't she see it? Do I need to look? Oh, okay. That's pretty tricky. And presumably if I look away at any point.
It's funny.
Oh no, it just as soon as I walk through it, facing the camera in that direction, it disappears.
We mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Well, I guess that acts as a primer for the further puzzles I have ahead. What a thrill. Uh-oh. That wasn't nearly a long enough ladder. Come on, every game has to have a snake eater ladder.
But she tried. Begged.
I'm gonna get ambushed here, aren't I? If not now, then at some point.
Seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Let's see if we can get a look at his dick. Oh, it's actually... I don't know why I assumed they would be a man. It's a woman's corpse, it looks like. Did they actually seriously model the taint and genitalia? It looks like they might have. That just made me think, it's a woman's corpse. What if all the corpses I'm seeing are meant to be Senua's? Just copy-pasted over and over and over. Let's actually get a good look at one of these rando ones. I'm trying to see if anything marks it as being like Senua. No, they are wearing different clothes, so perhaps they're not all Senua's corpse. This one might meant to be that though, or could just be some random lady. Alright, well, that was just a wasted minute. Well, that's actually the wonderful thing about this game, is that even when you're not actually actively proceeding and you're just looking at the environment, you're still accomplishing something. There's so much fine detail here that, it's not just a waste. And of course I'm being attacked here, that's about what I expected. Okay, that's what that mark means. If I attack when there's that flash, I'm not sure if a strong attack works, I think it might just be a light attack. it ends up doing that critical animation. At least I think that's why that occurred. Well, I just did a critical attack there, so maybe it just is something that randomly occurs. The flashes might mean that they're about to attack. It's hard to tell. Alright, another mace boy to deal with, and another boy off to the left. I didn't get a good look at which type it was, which is why I'm trying to circle around. Thank you, voices. Yeah, this guy is rather tanky. Oh, he can even go through one of my special critical animations. That's how you know he's the real deal. Looks like he's almost dead though. If I can just get in on him. Oh nice, you have special running attacks. I never realized that before. Alright, he's dead. Nice, you can actually combo the special running attacks in rather smoothly with the rest of your combos. That's really cool. What about a running strong attack? I haven't tried that yet. And maybe I shouldn't against a fairly quick opponent. That's why I ate a hit there. Not doing the best. And it does seem like you have a limited number of hits in each combat session. No, regenerating health here. Oh, I attacked one too many times. Shit. Clearly, she can't ignore the pain. Voices in my head. The black rot travels a little bit further. Alright, let's try that again. Hopefully that goes better this time. I really need to get better at efficiently killing these enemies. It's when they end up ganging up on me like that that I have trouble. So eliminating them post-haste is gonna be the key to not dying more in the future. But because I can't actually see how much life they have, it's hard to tell what the most effective method of eliminating them is. That's what I was questioning before. Do I just focus on light attacks when I can, when they're open like this? Or are heavy attacks better? I'm still not sure. And because there's not a whole lot of kinetic feedback, I'm not sure I ever will be. Then again, that's kind of what battle would be like in real life, whether you're fighting other humans or supernatural demons. It's not like they would ever have a health bar above their head. You just have to feel things out and make the best move as you can guess for that situation. This is when I get another one of the boys with this dude, isn't it?
Behind you.
Yep. That wasn't behind me, you lied. He was to my side. Unhelpful voices. Yeah, let's take care of the weaker target first. I do kind of wish the visual indicator that you've taken a lot of damage wasn't quite so noticeable. It kind of makes it a bit tougher to tell what's going on, although that may be on purpose. In other games, I would just assume that's a flaw in the design, but here it actually ends up working out in the game's favor. This sort of confusion just makes the battles all the more tense. Why did I attack? I know he has a two-hit combo. That was my bad. Ah, crap, I shouldn't have tried to do a heavy attack. Took too long to come out there. Okay, this is where I died last time. And it might be where I die again, depending on how well this goes. If I can make it through, though, I think this might be the final wave. It certainly seems difficult enough to be. Alright, I'm just gonna try and back off. I don't have them all in one direction, and that makes things a lot more dangerous. So keep backing off until I can manage that. I'm gonna play it slow and steady since I don't think I can take even a single more hit. Just take hits where I can make them safely. Yeah, it seems the voices in my head aren't good at specifying directions. Anytime there's an enemy about to attack me on screen, they say that he's behind me, even when he's to the side. I guess the game then is telling me, take what the voices in my head say with a grain of salt. Don't necessarily ignore them, but don't listen solely to them. I think that boy should almost be dead. He's not limping yet, but I think he'll soon be doing that. Yep. I hope this is the last boy. Whew.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
I gotta say, the game does a good job at consistently putting me in Senua's headspace, of actually feeling the threat that she does. How did Ninja Theory manage to craft a game this good? They must have made a deal with Satan, or hell, perhaps.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much it's changed.
Okay, so I have to align these things to make this specific symbol. I wasn't sure if that was some weird creature or just some sort of ornamental fixture, because of how it was moving and glowing like that. I might need to climb up there to get in the proper position. That would explain why there's this masonry over here for me to climb up, perhaps? Or maybe not. What if I stare at it from below? That's not gonna work. They're never gonna align that way.
Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Nope, I can't go up here either, even though it's some pretty short hops. Do I just need to do it from below then? Because it seems oddly simple, but maybe I'm just overthinking things. Yeah, no, that's clearly not how I make the symbol. And I can't really interact with them, not with them strung up like that. Again, mashing X, and I don't seem to be going forward, so that's definitely a dead end. There wasn't like a ladder back here or something, was there? No, it's definitely not the case. Can I climb up something? I don't think that's an option either. What am I missing? I'm clearly missing something here, but I'm really not sure what. maybe... Maybe I only need to use one of these pieces and combine it with something else in the environment. But no, it specifically says combine the ravens, these things. I feel like I should be able to climb up on top there. That would give me a new vantage point. And I think it would let me make the shape that I need to. Yeah, because look at it. I have to stare at this one from this direction for it to work at all. But I don't seem to have a way up there. It really feels like I should be able to do that. Oh! There's a pathway right here. Yeah, that was just me being a big old dummy. Sorry about that. Somehow I managed to get stumped by the simplest of puzzles.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Something has shifted. Well, I mean the door is glowing, but I get that it's not what you're referring to. I get that feeling. Well, let's try opening it anyway and see what happens. I mean, it seems to have worked, so...
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Wow, this is one of the most open areas I've been to thus far. They've been pretty small and closed off up till now, but this one looks like it has a lot to explore. If that means I have to find something specific in the environment, and I probably do knowing this game, then I might end up having a fair bit of trouble. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to luck my way into success.
You know what to do. Stay back. Don't open. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen. Don't open. You can do it. Don't touch it. Stay back.
Did I just hear it's not safe to something? That makes me wonder if this might be a trick. YOLO.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Okay, I think I might have just been overthinking things. I do think I did what I needed to do.
Which ravens? Can't you see them?
Can't always trust the voices in your head.
Line up the ravens.
This game is teaching me so many things about,
I hear something.
If you hear the soul of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
I didn't just stop speaking there because of the narration. I actually forgot what the condition is called. The one that this game is based on. Crap, that word is just a void in my brain at the moment, so, I'll try not to refer to it directly since, you know, I can't anymore. So, I can't trust my eyes. I have to listen? Good thing I have headphones on. I don't hear anything unusual, though. I heard what may have been some wildlife sounds. Is that what they meant?
punch me. He doesn't leave. Where did he go? You lost him. Where is he? It's not your fault.
I can't tell if I actually lost him or not. Like, was I supposed to keep focus on him to fight him? Or is that just another trick? After all, I was told, don't trust my eyes, not too much. I legitimately can't tell if I screwed that up or not. Well, let's head back then. Maybe I just need to recapture the Song of the Ravens. I mean, my goal here, after all, was to align these raven symbols, wasn't it? Do I need to do so from that area with Velraven? Because I don't think that would quite line up properly. Is this gate forward? Is that the trick? He's trying to make me solve a puzzle that I can't possibly solve. And I just needed to follow the audio cues to actually make it to him. I really wish I didn't move the camera during that final segment there, because that has just left me so confused. Alright, I guess I'll have to come from the other side to open up that door. Yeah, let's try following the path I did initially and see if that helps. Yeah, I'm really confused now, and I think that's the point of this game. Wasn't this where the pathway to Velraven was? Cause it's gone now. I'm trying to think, exactly where did I start picking up on the sound of the ravens? Wasn't it back here? I could have sworn it was. Maybe I need to go somewhere else this time. Alright, just double checking to make sure I didn't already accidentally solve it. Like maybe all I needed to do was encounter Velraven, and that would have opened the way forward, but that's clearly not the case. So yeah, there was a pathway over this way, but it's gone now. I gotta figure out how I opened that up in the first place. I think I need to go back there. I did so by listening to the ravens, but I can't seem to pick them back up again, and that's a little worrying. I can hear the voice coming from the right / a bit forward. Okay, no, the gate doesn't disappear when you're not looking at it. I thought that might have been it. I'm trying to keep my camera focused on where the sound is emanating from, but I'm not sure that's helping me. How did I accidentally do this before, and now that I theoretically know what I need to do, now I can't? I'm trying to see if heading back here will help anyway. Like if there's another way I can get over to that voice from back here, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. Yeah, no, it's definitely not the case. God damn it, how am I being stumped by this simple puzzle? Well, I guess in fairness, he is a master of illusion, so if I was gonna get stumped somewhere, it would probably be versus him. Again, I'm trying to follow the Raven's voice, that chanting from Velvaven. But I guess I'm doing it wrongly? Still can't open the gate. What are the voices in my head saying? It's hard to make them out. It sounds kind of like they're saying don't touch. But I'm not sure how, if at all, that actually helps me. Okay, yeah, this wall is pretty obviously fake. I know that because I've been through here before, and also, I'm not even sure if it's actually a physical object. I can kind of clip through it pretty easily. Somehow, the first time, I managed to get lucky enough to figure out how to get through it, but now I can't seem to do that. Like, I know the exact pathway I took, because I have the voice to guide me. That's how I did it in the first place. But for some reason, I can't seem to reproduce what I did that first time. Oh my god, I'm a huge idiot. They introduced this mechanic to me before. I was keeping this mechanic in mind, and yet I somehow didn't think to do it here. Yeah, the first time I went through it, I just did that purely by happenstance, and that's why I had to refigure it out, but still, I shouldn't have had that much trouble refiguring it out. It seems, though, that Velvaven is still gone. He's no longer, quite so active. Perhaps I need to stare at him from a specific point? If so, the question is, what point? Ah, yep, so it's these specific offering tree things with the moose skulls. Well, at least that's what's been the case in the past. Maybe if I approach him through it? No, that didn't work. What if I focus on him through it? That doesn't help me either. Do I need to look out at it from this side? Ah, here we go. Huh, interesting that there is a wall that's placed up when I look through the gate. But it disappears. Okay, it's like a toggle thing, I guess. Okay, found the way forward, I think. Fuck illusionists so much. Hey, Velravin, I found you, buddy. Oh no, what a prick. I have no choice but to lose sight of him. So that wasn't a mistake I made, it's something that has to happen. You know, I was considering cutting out that whole mess of me getting lost with the first puzzle, but
Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land. With berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some like to become Gelt in search of penance. Like Senua, the Purchakers. Those who make it back are forever changed.
so I just wanted to give the narration a bit of time to shine. But I was considering cutting that out entirely. I might still edit it down a little bit. But that really conveys what Senua is feeling. Because I was so thrown into doubt by the fact that I lost sight of Velravin and the fact that I was specifically told that I was an idiot. And that made me start thinking that it was my fault I lost him, even though that had no choice but to occur. And I don't know if that is an experience that people with that condition, I still can't remember the name, do end up having, but I'm guessing it is, or at least similar to stuff that they have to go through. The game, completely without me even realizing it, put me in the headspace of someone like that. That's fucking impressive. I was a bit hesitant about purchasing this, even though it is fairly cheap, even being only half the price of most AAA games, but yeah, I am not regretting my purchase one iota. This has been an amazing experience so far. And it seems like it'll only continue to get better as I go along. Yeah, I gotta keep in mind, don't listen to the voices too hard. Down that way lies madness.
What's happening? She can get up now. She can get out. Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven tricking her.
A trick? In which case, I'm gonna assume that it's not a trick.
Dark magic.
Now that I know not to trust the voices so closely.
He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
So, previously, this was where those ravens were, but I think they're gone. Well, no, they're still hanging, but they're no longer glowing is the thing. Oh, are they glowing again, or is that the door? I think that's just the door. I have to do something here, clearly, I'm just not sure what. Maybe I just need to drop back down? Yeah, let's try heading back down. I was presumably given those shortcuts for a reason. Maybe I've already done what I need to have done in this area. Wait a minute, do both of these doors lead to the exact same place, or... I'm just wondering if there's some sort of illusionary nonsense going on with them. No, they clearly do lead to two physically different places. Okay. They just have two doors here. So yeah, let's see if I can piece together the sigil now that I've been up to that position. Oh yeah, there was just straight up a stairway here now. Nice. Okay, puzzle solved. Finally. I had a lot of trouble there. But I think in comparison to someone who would have breezed through that puzzle, I actually had the better experience. I'm totally not just justifying the time I wasted there. No siree. Well, maybe a little. But no, again, the whole fact that I get so confused by the voices, because sometimes they help you, sometimes they tell you the correct thing. Other times, they end up leading you astray. And that is just such a fascinating experience for me. And, not in necessarily an enjoyable way, but it's still good overall, if that makes sense.
And we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back and check out that gate. I thought it might be progress, but I think that way forward might actually be progress. I think this gate might be barred. Yep.
She can't go in there. Find that? Valravn, he's there.
Nope, not listening to that voice. I don't think the Raven's here at all. I think you're lying to me, voices in my head. Oh, and I think I'm ready for another battle here. It's a big circular arena. Or maybe not a battle, but another trouble? Oh! Okay, two troubles. I'm sealed in and have no choice but to fight these boys. Let's get to murdering. God, I love how satisfying the combat in this game feels. Oh, tried kicking him, that was the wrong move. At least the other dude seems to be content to leave me alone. Although maybe I should focus on him first since he's a bit easier. Well, if he's just gonna stand there. Oh, nope, now he comes after me. Yeah, he doesn't have a shield, he's less complicated to take out. Gotta focus on the priority target. I mean, I think ideally I should be switching between them as the situation calls for it, but I find that difficult, so I prefer to focus fire on one. Oh, I meant to dodge. Pressed the button just a split second too late, so it didn't take. Oh, I have a block button. I'm around 2.5 hours in, and I've only just now realized that I can block. Whoops. I know I'm close. Come on. Okay, that's one dead. Now I have another boy to deal with. That's honestly less threatening than the bigger boy, so I'm fine with that. I gotta stop going for the heavy attacks. I can end up being interrupted by the other enemies. Okay, I'm close to death, but so is my enemy. Just gotta not make a mistake. I would try out blocking, but I'm not sure if I still won't take some damage, so I'll test that out next combat encounter, I think. I gotta stop trying to break his guard with heavy attacks. It just doesn't work. It works on these smaller enemies, but not these tough guys. Not the ones with the proper shields.
Finish this. End it now.
I'll end it alright. Okay, nope. I get more to deal with because of course I do. Okay, now I'm one hit away from death. Oh boy. You know, it's nothing like it due to how simple this is compared to it, but just the way the animations play out reminds me a lot of For Honor. A game I enjoyed like 5 to 10 hours of and then just kind of gave up on because I was kind of tired. There's a reason why I typically don't get into fighting games. With that one I was hoping it would be the exception and that would get me into the genre, but wasn't the case. It was, however, the case that that mace would reach my face. And not in a nice way. I am now effaced.